friends, welcome to Coding Challenge in Java. HR round is an important part in any interview. If we want to clear an interview, we should prepare for the HR round as well. Today, we have Mr. Jojo, founder of Soustal Hightech. Mr. Jojo is a specialist in human resource management. Today, our candidate Ms. Cinta Marin is having an interactive session with Mr. Jojo. So now, let's watch the video.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Cinta. Cinta, where are you from?
I'm from Pathanamthitta, Kerala.
Okay, you are joining from Pathanamthitta?
Yeah.
Okay, how is the COVID over there?
Yeah, it's actually spreading.
Alright. So, any of your friend circle, anybody got affected, any issues?
No, not.
Not so
Hopefully,
far.
they are fine.
Great. Okay, so what is the current status? You are pursuing it, you are completed?
I'm actually pursuing third year of BTech in Applied Electronics and Instrumentation.
Okay. So, you can start with an introduction about you, about your family, about your education. Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure. Hello, I'm Cinta Marin Jacob. I'm actually currently pursuing my third year of BTech in Applied Electronics and Instrumentation from College of Engineering, Trivandrum. I come from Pathanamthitta, Kerala. Being from an electronics background, and having a passion for coding, actually my technical areas of interest are embedded systems and software development. I had actually interned with Center for Development and Advanced Computing as a digital verification intern, and actually as an IoT intern earlier at Pace Labs. Actually, being one being at one thing which I understood while working with my group projects was that I was able to understand that I was a team player. So this helped me in my projects, including self-balancing autonomous vehicle and the later projects. Being a self-starter and a quick learner actually helped me explore some of the domains that I was interested in during my college days, and leading some of the technical clubs in the college, and I was actually one of the founding members of the women technical community in our college. I understood that I was able to nurture my leadership skills in that. And apart from the things in my resume, I believe in learning from my mistake, and I think this is the virtue of mine that will take me ahead in my life and career. So yeah, that's about me. Thank you.
About your family?
Yeah, my family, my parents are my father was working for a as a civil engineer. He actually retired. I have two siblings who have actually settled abroad. They're working. Both of them are working as software engineers.
Okay. How about your mother?
My mom is a housewife. Yeah.
Okay. So, I had seen, I just going through your resume. Okay.
Yeah.
You have been into so many things, I can see. So, you are a self-starter, you already told. So, can I ask you something?
Sure.
What is that Tinker Hub?
Yeah, Tinker Hub was actually an idea by one of our friends, and we took it together like a platform where students could actually share their doubts. Like many of times we have people who have the potential, who are working in different domains, but we didn't have a common platform where all of them could share their ideas, share the projects that they worked on. That's when we came up with such an idea, and now it's like we have a group where students could post, not officially but very friendly, they could post the doubts, and people who have a domain knowledge in it would actually solve them. That are mostly our own college alumni. So that's how we started off, and now we are currently what we do is like online session called Tech Bytes, where actually our alumni working in different companies would actually share their journeys and roadmap to different domains and all. That's how it's working right now.
Still on going now. How many members?
like it's not members, all the students who want to be a part of the community can be a part. Now it's like a WhatsApp group where we already have 256 members. It's not like we have a proper number of Execo members or something. Anybody who wants to share their ideas could be a part of the community.
Okay, good.
Oh, Cinta, it's not the CET initiative, right? It is now it is publicly available right now.
Yes, but it's like mostly Tinker Hub was actually a thing started by students of KUSAT. So like that was the idea. So we wanted a branch in our college too, so that it's like Tinker Hub CET.
Oh, okay, yeah, that way you worked. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Because Tinker Hub, I know it's a wider community because my friends also there.
Yeah, that's from where we got inspired by that idea, and we started a branch in our college too.
All right, fine. Oh, go ahead, please. Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's just. So let me take the performance. So what is that executive committee you already mentioned, Women in Tech?
Women in Tech community was something we actually thought of a specific community for the girls children, like the women entrepreneurs or the girls in the technical field to develop their skills. So we started off like we wanted girls to take up initiatives and conduct technical sessions. That's how we came into that. We actually when we keep sessions, we keep open to both like men and women, but we give preferences to girls to take up more like involve themselves more into the technical domain. So we focus on them, but working for both.
All right. And you have mentioned you have done the internship in CDAC.
Yes.
So what is the exposure you got? You were
okay, I will,
3 months, right?
Sorry?
You were there for 3 months.
Yes, I worked there. Okay, actually 3 months, right, because it was in the midst of the college, so I had to take break from my college and go there, so it extended like that. The work was around for 1.5 months, so it was working as the digital verification intern, where the task assigned to me was to develop a testing environment for the interrupt controller of the RISC-V processor. So we will have the interrupts, we have to check whether the interrupts coming into the processor is served or not based on the corresponding values of the, let it like the enable value or the priority value or the threshold value of the corresponding interrupt coming in. We'll have to find out whether this particular thing interrupt into the processor is served or not, and this was actually done in the BlueSpec platform.
Okay. And how about this PACE Labs?
PACE Labs, it was kind of, it is a firm actually works on training students, like introducing them into the different domains, and I actually done this during my first year. So we got exposure into the IoT domain, where we were actually given a task of developing a miniature form like of home automation system, and like different things in that field where we got introduced into it.
Okay, good. So I can see some interesting projects you worked. Okay, Balance Cobot.
Balance Cobot, yeah.
Balance
Cobot.
Okay, Balance Cobot. Okay, I thought it's Balan. Normally, some traditional name. They'll try to, the techies will put some traditional name to robots.
Like Byju's.
Yeah, like Byju's.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel that is interesting. So can you explain on that?
Yeah, sure. So this was actually an autonomous self-balancing vehicle. So this comes from the idea of inverted pendulum. We already have Segways in the market, which is also based on this idea, which is used for human transportation. So that's how we took up this project, and so it was we all know it's like even human body is like a kind of inverted, so we have to balance it. So the main thing would be, in order to balance a two-wheeled vehicle, we will have to have a feedback as well as a correcting element. So feedback which we used was an MPU 6050 module, which would give us the acceleration of the module. So the thing is like the center of mass should be greater. So higher the center of mass, higher would be the moment of inertia, and this would actually reduce the acceleration. And in that way, we could actually balance it. So the MPU 6050 module which we used would actually give the current tilt of the system, and this would be fed into the PID algorithm which we implemented. And this PID algorithm, we actually did a trial and error to set the values of Kp, Ki, Kd, which would actually find out like based on the current tilt that we got from the sensor module, it will give a correction value between the desired value and the actual value. So this would be sent back to the microcontroller, which actually we used Arduino Uno over here, and it would be balanced. And that was the thing. And the yeah, we took around 2 weeks to complete. Mainly we had to focus on the hardware because it entirely depends on like the hardware, how it would be stabilized. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, what was the team size?
4 was the team size.
Okay. So done some Visualite, developed. Okay. vGolem. What is that?
vGolem is actually a maze solver bot. So sorry, it was actually a voice controlled bot. Voice control bot. So it will be depending on the voice commands given, it will take a direction. So we had 4 commands, that is left, right, forward and backward, and based on this would be working. So it was based on a Bluetooth module and again an Atmega 328B microcontroller.
Okay. So I had seen there are a lot of initiatives you have done. You were part of some NGO.
Yes, I worked for an Kerala-based NGO, H2O, which is helping an organization. They have different like domains. Like I worked for learning, like teaching the differently able children. So like bringing up how we can like train them to be like mingle with the people in the society. So and other things like teaching them computer, the very basics, like how to operate a computer, maybe to draw in the paint or something like that. So some initiatives like that. Then they have other initiatives like teaching children from underprivileged sessions. So most of the times college students come up as volunteers for that. So I had worked there for 1 year.
Got it. Okay. So you have good scores in your education, I can see that. Good.
Yeah, thank you.
So suppose you have an option, okay, so there is a company, you feel that there is a potential to grow, but they are startup.
Yeah.
And they are offering you something. On the other hand, so one big company, maybe like Infosys or Accenture or whatever big companies, they are offering you a role. So what you will opt? Meanwhile, you have both the offers in your hand. What you opt?
I will go for the startup role because it will give me a lot of exposure. After all, as a fresher, I would want to develop my skills. So I think startup would be a better option for me, where I would like there might be a few people working on it. So I will have more kind of exposure to develop my skills. Whereas I think monetary things I won't consider it right now as a fresher. I would be focused more on developing my skills. So I would obviously go for the startup option.
Or you feel you will get a job security over there?
Job security, I think, yeah, we could see even like if we thought of Uber as a startup now, like it's a fully fledged company. So I think I'll go for that. I'm ready to take the risk. So I'll go for that option. And even I cannot guarantee like I will be safe in Infosys or something. So
who will be taking care of your financial part as of now?
I think I had managed. Yeah.
You understood my question? Like,
yes.
Where are you getting the financial support as of now?
Yes, I had worked for like teaching whatever knowledge I have to students. Till now, I taught it free of cost. I'll maybe I'll start doing it. There are many courses like we can join and teach them. So I'll do something like that. I'll manage.
Will
That's
your
what
parents allow to join you in a startup company?
I think. I had managed to convince them to go from Pathanamthitta to Trivandrum so that I get a better education. So I will obviously, like even after having some colleges over here, so I will be able to convince them that for my better career growth, it's good for me to go with a startup. And I think they have always supported, so they will support me.
Okay, good. So, what's your orientation? What do you want to be? You want to be an entrepreneur? Or you want to be a career maker?
I want to be a career maker. At this point, maybe I have that much, the perspective of my thinking from the like very basic minimal experience I have. I think I want to be a career maker at first point. Want to be a software developer. So that I always thought of being someone who could use my knowledge and expertise to make it useful, to be of immense use for the humankind. So I think that here where I can do something that later on I actually had a something like moving on to develop the technical skills of the children. So first for that I need to develop my skills. So I want to be a career maker. From right now, for whatever thinking I have, I want to be a career maker. Maybe later it might change, but right now this is the thing.
So, what should be? What do you feel? What will be the quality of a team leader? Now, I can see you scored well, and you feel yourself as a good leader.
Yes, I feel. It's because I worked in some teams, and something I understood was that being a good leader is not like is more about supporting our teammates, not just when we are down. Like others are not, maybe they are not making, like they are not up to their own potential. We support them. And being, as a team leader, I have trusted my teammates always, and I think these are the qualities which made me a good team leader. Being, we should have a trust on each other, being supportive of each other, and yeah, that's what the things which made me, I think, which made me a good leader.
So, any of your teammates are here?
I think Vishnu is here.
Vishnu, mic to you.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Why? See, she's telling she's a good leader. Can you give some reference on how she performed? No, just anyway, I got the right chance to get a reference here.
Sir, actually, when we started working as a team during our project, she also interacted with us in a good way, and she gives supports and her helps while we need it. So she's a good team player. Yeah.
No, means you were college mates?
No.
Okay.
We just joined in this course.
Joined in this course, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sinta, I got some idea about you. Okay.
Okay.
It's not purely a technical round. I cannot ask you anything technically. So I just
Okay.
Okay. So this is all about from the HR what we can check.
Okay.
One suggestion what I can give, introduction part was little fast. It comes out super fast.
Okay.
Okay, it can be little more polished.
Okay.
Okay, speed
Okay, sir.
you were in super speed and you can control the speed. Maybe
Okay.
you may be in some tension to start with. I can understand later you communicated well.
Okay.
Okay, whatever the things. Okay.
Okay,
You
sir.
can, you can check, you can expect any kind of questions from the resume what you have written.
Okay. Yeah.
Make sure it's done properly. Check again. Okay.
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay. Then all the best for your career. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now you got a fair idea about how an HR interview happens. We will be bringing more interview sessions with Mr. Jojo in the upcoming videos. Post your feedback and doubts in the comment section below. We are happy to help you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss our videos. Thank you.